Blackburn
Enterprises.
This is for life.
For Life, for me, was one of the most relevant and controversial and exciting shows that came on this year.
It's a really, really good show.
For Life is definitely a good show.
Yes, especially for it to be on it's like on what, channel 2?
Or just ABC.
ABC? Yeah.
For Life, the show that I didn't know would be that good. Love the show. Love the story. Love the passion in the characters, the vulnerability in the characters. Written very well.
The show has so much symbolism, like the shackles of black men, them having an epiphany and working for themselves because nobody's working for them.
Overall, he was basically trying to get out. By any means necessary, doing it the legal route. And he had a lot of obstacles in his way, and they were trying to hold him back from getting out. Because you have different politicians and political things that if anything was to surface, then they will be held accountable for their actions.
Very good show.
Very good show.
They show a lot on that show too for it to be on ABC.
Yeah, on regular network TV.
Yeah. Very good.
Very good.
I really like it.
I think that the show allowed them to be very in tune with emotions, especially the pregnant daughter, because it was one episode, he's like risking it all to be on the phone with her. She's in tears and she just figured out that the mom is trying to serve him with divorce papers. Well, she had been trying to serve him with divorce papers for years. He just would never sign it. And so then she, that's when she's like in tears, like, what's gonna happen to us? What are we gonna do? And it's so much that they play into that as a black community, we don't talk about.
It's based on a true story, but damn near seems like a fantasy because you know how the justice system is with us black folks. So, love the show. Damn near everything about it.
I really like the storyline, even though it's sad, but
It is sad.
But it shows it brings light to what happens in the justice system in America.
Right.
So
I dislike the reality of the show because black men are targeted, black families are targeted, and I don't think that it's taken seriously. However, the show does put into light how crooked cops can be, how the political side of everything is just geared towards money.
I really like how they showed how it all played out, how the fact of him being in jail and his true innocence with it being just a system that's dirty. They basically messed with the wrong person, ended up in a wrong situation, and because of who they were, their father was able to shut everything down. Literally shut everything down, including the whole entire club, not knowing the full situation.
So I think that the show is very relevant in reference to like the black community, black men fighting for themselves, black men supporting black women supporting black men, children being supported by both parents.
I think that season 1 of For Life was very interesting. I liked how they used Aaron Wallace and took his character and made a whole bunch of different stories out of it, including his experience in the cell and outside of the cell before he ended up going to jail.
So of course it was Aaron Wallace.
Aaron Wallace.
Yes,
main character.
Main character.
Yep.
Main guy. Everything happens to him.
Yes.
we have a young man, young individual, you know, doing this thing out here, being an entrepreneur. Couple shady things that's going on that he's not paying attention to.
Daughter was basically a drug addict, and she got really messed up. So she called daddy, and daddy shut all of it down because her daddy was a big politician who had the credit and the money to basically tell anybody to get it together. Like, no matter if it's right or wrong, get this man in jail.
He's trying to get out of jail for being wrongly convicted for something he didn't do. And just really seeing how even more corrupt that I already think that the justice system is.
This is based on a true story, right?
This is based on a true story.
Yes, it is. Aaron Wallace got wrongfully accused of crime, like black people in America. No.
Happens all the
It
time.
happens all the time.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
And he's in it for life.
And he's in there for life. But he ends up getting his law degree while he's in prison, and he ends up fighting for himself.
Which is just like black people, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? No matter what's stacked up against us, we gonna make a way one way or another.
Yeah, we're resilient.
Definitely.
A man is accused of something. They put him in jail. He's in there for years, and that's when he starts to fight for himself.
Just showing how smart Aaron was. I mean, just think about the story. Like, the dude was in prison, got his law degree in prison, and was actually fighting cases and winning.
My favorite character was, of course, the main character, Aaron Wallace. His drive and determination to get back to his family was very inspiring because he didn't let anything stop him from getting to his goal, which was to prove his innocence as well as getting back to his family.
The plots to keep him incarcerated and him, you know, getting out or overcoming those obstacles, you know, and those objectives that they try to put on him.
He's being very particular as the jail's lawyer, and he fights for the inmates. Like 3 or 4 of them get off, but the people that he's selecting, they are very particular because they help his case.
Nicholas Pinnock does the damn thing. I think he hasn't really done a lot of things previous to this show, but his ability to show you how serious he is in the different scenes that he has, the pain that he has in his voice, he definitely does a good job of that.
Now, for the actual person that it's about Isaac Wright, which was convicted of murder and drug possession, or however they wrote. Okay, and 50 Cent took this, and Aaron Wallace is actually from Britain.
I definitely love his acting. It's him. His acting is what carries the show.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree.
It blew my mind. Why do they do that? Why do they go overseas to cast somebody when we have all these great actors here and actresses here? I just don't understand. But hey, that's neither here or there. He's still good. Okay.
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
I'm saying shout out to 50.
Shout out to 50.
50 Cent.
Yep.
I'm from New York.
Right.
I'm from New York.
Hey man, Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent. Well, with For Life, we're gonna call him Curtis Jackson.
Surprisingly, 50 Cent character was actually good because I was like, damn, here go 50 again, throwing himself in the show that he's a part of. But good plot twist.
50 Cent.
50 Cent, he does make a guest appearance.
Yeah, he does. Oh, yeah, he is a guest appearance.
You know,
Yeah,
how,
he
you
is.
know how 50 does.
Yeah.
He gonna show up one way or another.
All right, but at the same time, I figured out that 50 Cent is the director, which makes sense because with how deep this show sounds,
I feel like he always finds a way to just play that bad boy role. Even in Power, he did that. When he came into the jail that he was in, due to the fact of, oh, Aaron Wallace is doing a lot, let's, shake things up where he's living. And how he just came and really shook things up and started to take control. Like, I really thought that was very, very interesting.
I was shocked when I found out that 50 Cent was included in it because Power was like a black soap opera to me. It was like a hood ratchet as the world turns. Like people mama dying, we sleeping with people, it was just so much, and it was things that I don't feel like completely had to do with our community. It was just like a tiptoe into community life, into our culture. So I was shocked.
50 Cent.
It's after 50.
Yep. He did his thing too.
I ain't gonna lie, and he's doing his thing. He got 50. I mean, he got 50. You got this show. He got Power.
Yeah, Power.
Power Book 2. You know what I'm saying?
He think he doing something.
He's doing his thing.
He is.
Can't be mad at him.
I'm proud of him, don't get me wrong. Like, applause to you, but I thought that it, personally, in my mind, a black woman wrote this.
Okay.
Because of the different aspects and views of everything. Give that credit to black women. That's fine. We do things.
And I love how they used him. Like, I feel like that made the show interesting because at this point, you're not only fighting what's outside, but what's also going on inside as well.
It also talked on, like, another guy was trying to come in and raise his child. We ain't doing all that. I'm raising my own child, regardless of where I'm at.
He said light-skinned people back. 10 years, that bullshit. I'll tell you, man. God dang, man. Ain't no way you supposed to be beating, well, okay, having sexual relations with your best friend's wife, okay? There's no way. Absolutely not, all right?
Darius liked his character too, and the dynamic between him trying to hold his mans down, but then he held his mans down too, with his wife.
Ain't no way that you supposed to go to jail and then your homeboy comes up there to you to say, hey man, me and your wife together now. And you gotta deal with that. First of all, you coming up here to tell me some shit like that. Ain't no way that a man's supposed to go up to anybody like that, okay?
What was her name? Joy?
Yeah.
Joy Bryant?
Joy. Yeah.
So what's her name in the show?
Her name is
Marie.
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 Yeah, Marie.
That is her name.
I didn't like the wife because she knew what she was. She shouldn't have went with his best friend. She shouldn't have went for his best friend, especially if she knew the type of man she was with. The type of man he let her know that this was not going. He's not going to be in jail for life. Like, he let her know that. Yet she still let herself be okay with, oh, I need somebody here. You have your daughter. That's all you need.
But you moving in the house, eating her cooking and stuff, man, sleeping in his bed, putting on his pajamas. Man, that's f***ed up, man. It's just wrong.
Personally, you could go buy that. You could go buy you something if you really felt the need to. You could have. She be on the phone with him. Y'all could have talked that out.
The warden who was helping him love her character, and the vulnerability in her to actually be able to see him as being a human, the prisoners in general as human, rather than just, inventory on a slave ship.
The warden lady, okay? She really helped him out. She believed in him. Actually, I think she believed in everything that they had done to him was incorrect, that was wrong. So she did everything in her power to help him out, even though it messed with her home life.
Even the Maskins didn't really like him, hated him, but loved the character, played that well.
Having Henry, which is, he was an alcoholic lawyer, to him to change his life around and actually help him out because he seen the potential in him and gave him all the access to, get out, and the maneuvers that he should take. And it worked.
The dad, I liked that we gave him more of a masculine role or a masculine type of role in this show.
How they were trying to just railroad him, didn't like that, but I guess the show wouldn't be that good if they didn't do that. So,
like, for example, in Blackish, Dre is not necessarily a strong black man, because he's still a mama's boy. He still looks to other people for not necessarily like what he should do, But I think that in For Life, the father is more of a, this is what we're gonna do. Aaron, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it.
You know, I feel like Aaron did a great job of setting an example that regardless of the barriers that they put in front of you, if you have the will, there's a way to get out and be better another day.
I think it's gonna be in the top 5. So I'm gonna go 5. I guess I'm gonna go with 5. I think it's gonna be in that top 5, but I'll go with 5.
3. Period. Number 3.
Overall, I think it's about a 6 or so like that.
This is a tough one for me. I think I'm gonna go 6, just because I don't remember, but I think there's a lot of strong ones coming, some heavy hitters coming, so I don't know.
Heavy hitters.
So yeah.
I got it in my top 5.
I think it probably would have been number 4.
Because it has everything that's very realistic. Like, and it's, I think that every episode is like a cliffhanger.
I'll go with number 4 for me.
I think it would have been number 4 because it was very interesting. However, it got serious in some moments to where you could kind of straggle off a little bit, but it was still very entertaining as well.
It was okay for the plot as far as bringing a true story to the forefront for people to see. But a lot of the things that were actually going on in the actual trial, they switched up, you know, to make it more TV ready, you know, and I wish they would have just, you know, put more realistic things going on in there.
Oh man, I can't believe it's. I knew it would be top 5 though. I know it's not in the top 5 because I know which ones are in the top 5.
Hey, who voted?
Really? No, I'm biased. I've never seen it, so
no.
it would have been
I need a
low on my
recount.
list because I've never seen it.
I need a recount because
Sorry, 50.
I can see why people did that.
Nah, okay. Well, hey, not too bad, huh? I moved y'all up 2 slots. You better thank me.
I didn't expect number 8 though. I didn't expect number 8.
8. I think that it maybe it just people haven't tuned into it as much as they
I haven't
should.
seen it promoted that much, honestly. That's why I didn't know anything about
You
it.
want to know what it is? It's because it's on HBO.
That's rich people
it's on
network.
ABC.
Oh, I was like HBO's a rich people.
I just feel it in my bones. So
I don't like your bones.
Only because when you see a hard-working brother in the pen, being his case, like that's monumental. And for my people to give it number 8, come on now.